What is large language model? What is LangChain and LangSmith? Good day guys, my name is Melvin Satish and today we are going to discuss about these three items. The large language model is a machine learning model that can comprehend and generate human language text. LangChain is an open source framework that will help us to deploy or build the LLM applications. LangSmith is a SaaS solution that helps us to collect traces, metrics, and logs from this LangChain application. So let's install these three items and examine it, how it works, and test it. All right. So for that, we need to run a Docker container here. So Docker run -id -p 11434. We need a llama for this, basically 11434 -p =8888:8888. The other video I have already mentioned how to run a llama application on a container and all. So let's move on to this topic directly, and /bin/bash. I'm just spinning a plain and simple container. We will install the necessary items over there. Okay. So the container is up and running. Right. Now what we will do is we'll install the Jupyter notebook first. Jupyter pip install Jupyter notebook. All right, so the things are getting installed. Okay, so next we are going to run the Jupyter notebook. Okay, notebook --hello -root -no -browser --ip equal to 0.0.0.0. I'm exposing it directly. My apologies for the typo. Jupyter notebook. Well, so the notebook is up and running. So let's open the window. Okay, so here we have to open a terminal first thing. Then we will open a notebook second thing, and we will open one more terminal. Well, so here we will go to bash. Here I have certain activities to download Olama engine, so I'm just gonna do that first. Let's get it download here. Now we are going to install the necessary items, right? So here we will go pip install LangChain LangSmith. Then LangChain I'll go for this way, all. Then LangChain _core all. Okay, pip install. Let's install this three components first. Let it install. In the meantime, we have another transaction. Here is our LangSmith, right? So we will log into this LangSmith, sign up, and I have you can select your GitHub ID or your your Gmail or anything. So it's a single sign-on enabled. So you have a developer account free, and you will have the other subscriptions basically. Okay, so here is our tracing project. As of now, we don't have any particular tracing project, so we are going to create it. All right, so for that, let's do this exercise. Click on the plus create new project. Here we are going to create a with LangChain and generate API key. Once you click here, the API key got updated here, right? Now we are not going to use the ChatGPT, so we would be using our own Llama MLOps observability. Okay, so we would be capturing the traces based on Llama MLOps observability. So let's copy this content basically. and we will navigate to, we will open one more terminal. So here we will open the terminal, and in this we will go to bash. Let's create a file called .env, and we will save everything here. So we don't need this OpenAI API key. Okay, so in this LangSmith tracing equal to true, and LangSmith endpoint that we have exported, LangSmith API key is defined here, and LangSmith project is here, right? So that's it for now. This is perfectly fine working. Okay, now what will happen here is let's install one more thing. Pip install python -env. Okay, this is for loading that .env file. Perfect. The .env is already installed here. Perfect. Now let's go back to the llama part. What happened to the llama? Okay, it has been, we put the download and sh, so it has been Olama. Perfect. So we have here the Olama available. Now we will go for Olama serve. Okay, now the llama API is up and running here. Perfect. So let's open. So this is fine. We will be able to communicate to the local host, and we would be able to use this particular APIs for our requirements. Perfect. Next we are coming to the Jupyter notebook here. Let's rename it as our LangChain .ipnb. Perfect. So here I am going to install import those modules like from LangChain core underscore. So let's do LangChain. We need to install LangChain Olama. pip install LangChain underscore Olama. So it has been installed. So perfect. So from LangChain Olama import chat Olama. Okay, I'm going to do the chat Olama. Now from LangChain core dot prompts import, I'm going to import few items here. Okay, so those are first is our human message prompt template. Second is our system message prompt template. Third is going to be our chat prompt template. Okay, these three items we would be loading it. Next is going to be our so from .env import load env. Okay, that one we have to install. Now one more thing we will install in the meantime. From LangChain core dot agents, beta, caches, callback, chart history, embeddings, exceptions, output parsers, import here string output parser. Okay, this will be using later. Let's do this for now. Now our base items are downloaded. Now we have to create a instance. So LLM equal to, before that let's define base underscore URL equal to, this would be our Olama services. Okay, so http://localhost:11434. Okay, next is going to be our model equal to, we will go for llama 3.2. Perfect. So these two items defined. Now LLM equal to chat Olama, then we would define base URL equal to base URL. Perfect. And we have to put a comma here since it's an argument. Then model equal to model. Perfect. So we have this 2 items. Perfect. So this is up and running. Now the next is we are going to define a prompt template. Okay, so for that we will have 2 components. One is the human message prompt template is the user questions. So if we are asking something to the chatbot, whatever the questions, that would be the human message prompt template. Okay, and system message prompt template is basically we are defining the role, how the chatbot should behave to our questions. Okay, and why are we using this template? In the sense, we are giving a certain context, right? And in the context we may be defining the different roles and different questions and all. If we define this, if we haven't defined this prompt template and all, we need to rework on the end-to-end codes. Rather than that, we can just inject the parameters, and later we will be chaining one workflow with the other workflow for a multi-chat transactions and all. Indeed, that we will discuss later. Okay, let's stick to the agenda. Human message prompt template first. Before that, we will define who are you, like our chatbot, right? So let's say that system equal to system message template from template. Oh, my apologies. From template. So we will define here. Remember guys, one thing, we have to go for a single tick for multi-line chat blocks. Okay, so we are going to define those parameters. Who are you? Basically, you are domain. This is our variable. Okay, export. Provide a nice greetings to your user. Assist user regarding their questions. Provide crisp and clear output, right? If you don't know, kindly say no and apologies for the same. Finally, get a feedback and provide a thanks message to your user. Okay, so this is the first context. So we have created system message prompt from template. This has been loaded. Now if we run this is perfect. So it's working now. Second is our user template. User equal to human prompt template dot from template. So in this we are going to give the template write a short note on topic. Okay, provide bullets and numbering. Provide bullets and numbering. Provide advantages, pros and cons, right? Okay, so that much is enough for us for now. Next is we will be executing this as well. User system, we have that. User is that. Okay, perfect. Now we are going to do the formatting part. So system equal to system dot format. Here we will go domain equal to, I'll say AWS. Okay, and here user equal to user dot format. What are all the questions here? We have a topic, right? So here topic equal to right, what is AWS SageMaker? Okay, so we have provided this as well. Perfect. Now we have a question, now we have a user, right? Next we are going to create a messages, right? I mean the system query as well as user query to be combined, right? So for that, messages equal to system comma user. Okay, we have these two items now. Next is we are going to do the prompt, right? Prompt equal to, here is the trick, chat prompt template, and we will give messages. Okay, so we have created the messages, then the same has been injected into the chat prompt template. Perfect. Now the next is template. We are going to create a template from this. Okay, so prompt dot template, sorry, prompt dot invoke. So what we are going to invoke, so for that, prompt dot invoke, first we need to do here domain is going to be AWS, topic is going to be, I'm just copy pasting this. Okay, we can provide anything else if you want. Okay, so we have provided this. Well, so we have created the template. Now response equal to LLM dot invoke, and we are going to give template. All right, sorry, that template has to be provided inside. Okay, done. So next is we are going to do print response. Okay, so let's go up and understand what we have done so far. So we have downloaded, we have already installed 3 to 4 modules. One is LangChain Olama. So from the LangChain Olama, we have imported the chat Olama, and we have a human message prompt template, system message prompt template, and chat prompt template. That 3 modules downloaded from this LangChain core prompts. And we have another one is called LangChain core output parser. From there we have imported the string output parser that we would be using while we discuss the chaining procedure. Okay, and we have imported the .env as well, because we saved the LangSmith parameters within the .env file, so we have to load that parameters. Okay, now here we have mapped the localhost API. This 11434 is for Llama port, and we are using the Llama model 3.2, and we created an instance here using this chat Llama module, and base URL and model has been injected here. And indeed you will have a lot of parameters. If you want, you can just refer their documentation over there, and can be updated, like a temperature or CTX context and token numbers and all. Once that is completed, next is, like all our ChatGPT or any other AI module, we are defining the role and the content, right? So here what sort of role you should take care, or the chatbot should take care. So it can be an AWS expert, or it can be a doctor, or it can be an advocate, or anyone else. And we are providing certain suggestions like how do you behave and how do you provide the outputs according to the end user's question. Next is we are giving an overview about the users as well as, and we are providing an option to inject their questions into so that will perfectly fit into the context, and so these two combinations together will provide us a perfect output. Right. Next is we have provided the system, then user. This has to be updated into a template format, so that it will not throw an error. So whatever the values, by default values, we have already injected it here. So far this is perfectly working as expected, right? Next is going to be the message. So in the ChatGPT, if you might be referring to their API, you will have that system and user messages, right? So it's a combination of the system and the user. So we have created a message, and that message we have embedded it into the chat prompt template module. Okay, so once that part is completed, now we are going to invoke that into a template so that it will create a proper blending over there. Now once this template has been invoked, then we are invoking our LLM model with this template. So this properly formatted template, we are invoking it using LLM. So up to this is fine. Now we are just going to run from top to bottom. Let's see what is happening. We should have put some messages somewhere. The first execution will take some time. On the other hand, we will navigate to the LangSmith, and here we will go to the projects, and let's see what's happening in the project level, whether something is getting created or something. Okay, so here also no other updates. Perfect. Okay, we have received an update here. Perfect. So let's do this way. Response.content. Okay, I'm just gonna execute it once again. I'll restart the kernel and execute it. And we forgot to mention one thing. We have configured this from .env import loadenv, but we haven't configured the environment variable properly. So let's do that as well, please. So here we have loadenv, and this step we have to do it. Okay. Now we will do one more execution with the restart. Okay, and we will wait for the things. Perfect. This has been executed well. We have received the output and loading the other parameters. Now let's look at the tracing part. Interesting. If you look at here, we have this new project, Llama ML Ops observability project has been created. Okay, so guys, when you may be facing some problems, or you may be getting confused, well, how do we do all these transactions? So you cannot create a project manually here. So whenever you want to create a project, you would be coming here, you will have to create an API, and you will be filling these details, right? As and when the data from our application will be pushing, or when we create the application and the application is up and running, it will start pushing the data to LangSmith. By the time, automatically a project will be getting created here. Let's look at the project, what's happening here. Okay, now if you look at it, already in the backend some execution is in progress. Let's look at it. Okay, so previously we have provided it, that data is still being uploaded here, and let's look at it. Yeah, so this has been completed, the execution is completed. Now if I look at this chat Llama, see here I have provided this input. This is the input, this is the human the user questions, And if you come here, you have the raw output. See, the generations here is what it generated, right? And it provided a very detailed information. How much, what was the status? It was done as true, and done reason is stop. I mean, once the transaction is completed, it got stopped, right? And how much milliseconds it took for execution, and how many keys it might have used. So those details are available somewhere here. Okay, and this is one thing, and we will be getting the details about this runtimes as well. Okay, so let's go to this part once again. Okay, so the total run, 2 times I have run it. Then total tokens, 527 tokens it consumed, and we have some filtering options as well here. And so this way the full stack observability works here in the LangSmith. But remember that this is a SaaS application. 2 points I would like to let you know. We are ingesting our traces, metrics and all into this LangSmith, but they will never ever use this for their training purpose or anything else. Okay, so they are claiming that the data is safe, but if we want to deploy it locally in our or in our on-premise infrastructure, we should go for to LangFuse. There's a product, or any other product I can pick. So we have the other modules like the other softwares like LangSmith or Opic, that helps us to deploy the full stack observability in our on-premise. Okay, so what is happening here is the chat has come, right? Next, we will be discussing about chaining. So chaining, in the sense, we don't need to go for this template. We are creating this template, and from the template, we don't need. We are calling this LLM invoke, right? So if we need to integrate this workflows with multiple workflows, we can use a chaining feature. Since the video is too long, we will be discussing the chaining in the next video. So thank you for watching, and just practice it, and let me know how it goes. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Bye bye.